Alright. I need to turn the lo-fi off. That's gonna drive me insane. Hello, hello. I'm coming to you as a voice today. Because I couldn't get things to work, and also I don't want to be looked at. So,
Yep.
we are back with more Duncan Bungle. What are we doing? We're probably doing a trial today.
Yeah, we're gonna do investigation and trial.
Sick, yeah. That's
I like
phrase.
these days.
I woke up an hour ago. Let's go.
Yep.
So, you're firmly that, Toko is somehow involved.
I think so.
Alright.
Just because it was, you know, an out of the ordinary kind of. I mean, yeah, she's a serial killer, right? But like,
Past that.
Like, past that, it seems like, and the fact that it didn't go further than that makes it really seem like it was some kind of distraction to set up whatever was needed. Probably, presumably, a poison to take out Sakura.
And we're also very much hoping, wishful thinking it was Byakuya, just because fuck Byakuya, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's kind of where I'm at.
Alright.
Mostly just because I don't want it to be anyone else. My other theory is that it was accidentally Owie, or like Byakuya had set it up, or set up like a poison, and Owie accidentally like administered it. That's probably my. I mean, we're just getting started, so I'm sure I'll have a better theory when we get actual evidence. Yes.
Alright. I also didn't warm up any of my voices, obviously. So now we're just gonna see how Owie sounds today. We're gonna find out. Great. Huh?
Owie's gonna have a head cold.
Owie's gonna just do the thing where you're just really sad and your voice drops an octave.
Yeah.
Sakura's
Oh, Cassandra Lee Morris has got
dead?
me.
She's really dead?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward.
I guess it could be. I guess it could be Kyoko, especially because we just did a bunch of Kyoko character development.
That's true.
But that would suck because I like her.
I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. You did make it in time.
It still didn't make. I guess it would make sense. I think I may have said this earlier, but the idea that there was no way that anyone who was planning on killing Sakura would have tried to take her down through any sort of physical means, because there would be no way they could take her out.
It's happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura was really dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction?
Take his pulse, Joey. Oh.
Poor girl. I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room.
It was definitely an accident on her, and she's just coming to terms with that.
And I...
Why? Why did this have to happen? Dude, you're on chapter 4.
We're on chapter 4 of the murder game! That's all I can say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. Time passed! When I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed, as it does. That's how
Words
the Earth's
are constantly
rotation...
evading me.
How has it taken this long for us to make that joke? After, I don't know how long. I got everyone.
What?
Ogre?
Yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Interesting.
Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room.
Well, hold on. First of all, it says, is that Hopeful Peak in the background instead of Hope's Peak?
Yes.
Interesting. Secondly, does the body discovery announcement only happen if someone is murdered, or if they're just found dead? Because I guess it's potentially this could just have been an accidental death. Sakura accidentally poisoned herself.
The body discovery announcement plays as soon as 3 people discover a dead body.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I believe that's the closest to specifics we ever get.
So I guess that's the other theory. Either it's Byakuya, or Byakuya prepared it while Toko was distracting people, and Owie accidentally administered it to Sakura, or the above, and Sakura accidentally drank it herself, which I may or may not count as murder on their parts, even though they might not even know about it. Those seem to be different. Like the last two seem to be ways where it's like it's a different kind of murder, or a different kind of death. That's gonna make things more interesting.
Is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
Yes, I said my piece. Thank you.
No. Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault!
It's one of you! Hiro, Byakuya, Toko! One of you killed Sakura!
What?
Fine, it's all. You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation.
No way, she was murdered in the death game.
I know, it's shocking.
I think if they all insist on their innocence, I think it's true.
I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her.
I won't forgive you.
One of you did it. I know it. Oh.
You know it?
You know it? Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on!
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
It's the Monokuma file!
Yeah. And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina. You're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours.
What the fuck?
She's a sex object. Now then, with that,
Hold on. What did you call me?
What did she just fucking call? Like, everyone just beats the shit out of him.
I don't know if I... Whatever.
Ah! Fuck! Turn off auto!
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura.
You convinced...
Say what?
Yana Yogi to commit murder.
What?
Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then...
In other words...
And then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now.
Yeah, okay.
Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me.
Phew!
Which, thank God for that. Saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey!
I mean, can't you just, like, activate a little murder button and then spikes come out of the floor, like with Junko?
Call the spears of Gungnir again. I gotta tell ya, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
Well,
So,
done.
I don't know who it was, but whoever the Blackened is this time, I owe you one.
Is this?
You owe them one!
Why couldn't they do? Why couldn't he punish her?
Oopsie, before you get all pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first.
Shing!
'Cause I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What is this?
What the hell? He owes them one?
I won't
I
forgive
hate
you.
him. I hate this whole thing. Well, yeah. Way to keep up. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind, after all.
You say that now.
Sorry, I don't have the time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. We've lost our 2 ripped ones. God damn it. I'll do it.
Ina?
I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here. with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is guard number 1. But we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
What?
Me. You're always the thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order.
In order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind.
Who do you think you are?
Run around leaving scars. And then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on! Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is, fuck you guys! Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura.
I won't forgive you.
I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear now.
I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me.
What?
You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another. No, okay.
Yeah, well, yeah. And you, Hiro, do you really object?
If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided!
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina. You should agree to his request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine. I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally. Who'd want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen,
I was about to say cut to Kyoko. That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
listen to me.
all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. Great.
Not only is it not hope, it's despair.
Despair. It's a despairing hope. I better check the Monokuma file. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon.
Noon.
The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There's evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries
Really?
were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood.
Okay.
Court record.
Hey,
I think the case this time might be a
Is
challenge.
that blood behind her right there? On the right side?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, so
Probably.
violent blow to the head. So the vomiting of blood, that's poison, definitely. I feel like the blow to the head isn't relevant to the murder. I mean, maybe it's just me trying to stay on the poison train, but like, to me, it doesn't strike me as particularly relevant to the rest of the murder or the crime scene. So anyway, go ahead. Why is that?
so
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from the inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door.
So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out until we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right? No,
That's
it's a different
a good game. That's a good one.
in other words,
In other words, this is a classic locked room murder.
Locked room murder. Well, I mean, it's obvious. She was running from someone who hit her, maybe. Although, why would she be running? Maybe she's already feeling bad because of the poison, so she's just trying to punk her down. She puts herself in the rec room, puts the chair up, and then passes from the poison. That makes sense to me.
No! Fuck! Nicole just goes, thanks for calling me out. Dear Maxwell, love of my life. I guess you might see this as a kind of thing. What? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really
Wait,
happen?
what was that?
I was trying to text her back and my Wi-Fi was shit. But could it really happen in real life and right before our very eyes like this?
Hey.
You're in the murder school! Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails?
Not really.
Not
I mean,
really.
I kind of know, but
I got
sure,
it.
if you don't
That's fine.
mind.
Oh, we're getting into like the interesting part of it though. When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed.
Oh.
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to lock the target, to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun, you shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up.
What do you?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
What do you
Makoto,
mean
keep
by that?
up! They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group.
Okay, the rule of threes tells us that it's the third one.
They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible. Maybe.
It's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Why did I say actually like that?
Not a locked room.
In other words.
By that I mean there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible.
Yeah, reality. Like this.
Like the fucking
like this high school
Hunger
murder
Games
game.
ass.
Then you think we can cross that one off too?
Indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics.
There are 4 possibilities. And Kyoka, which of those 4 choices seems the most likely in this case? I
It's
wasn't paying
true.
attention to the first one.
It was you lock the room. There's before you lock you lock the room after you lock the room before.
I
It's
mean,
not
I
a locked room, and
Yeah.
whatever the other thing Kiri just said. That's a good question. The third one that you were like, that's
The
probably
third one,
it.
the killer hides. The killer
Oh,
hides.
the killer
in room.
hides. That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say.
I mean, I guess it's probably the first, right? I mean, if you count it in the sense where Sakura locked herself in the room. Doesn't seem like that's being considered a possibility here after she's already ingested the poison and taken the blow to the head. I see! Naruhodo.
Naruhodo. The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery, and I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. Good thing I took my meds today for Sakura, if nothing else.
Congratulations,
besties.
by the way.
What's up?
Congratulations, by the way.
Oh yeah! For those of you keeping score at home, I haven't taken my ADHD meds in a month until today.
Which wasn't your fault. It was like a miss.
It was,
a...
yeah, it was like mostly not my fault. Except for the bit that kind of was. But other than that,
Okay, it didn't help.
it was a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died?
Huh.
Added to the truthful section of your handbook. What can we click on?
The vomit behind the chair?
What is back here? There are shards of glass
Oh,
scattered
shards of
all around
glass.
the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Good job.
Well, it seems like my theory is falling apart a little bit.
There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Alright.
There's like a, what is that?
What?
Oh, a locker.
The locker's open, and there on the inside, it's a handprint. It's a lot of them, frankly.
Why?
What's a handprint doing here?
Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding here on the locker, and they left a little something extra.
So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locker room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility.
Well, why not?
Hey,
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right?
Yeah, the locker was already open by that.
indeed.
Would soccer even fit in that locker? I don't think so.
One way to find out, you like hoist our corpse. So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah. So then, what does this handprint mean? What's this?
Some kind of wrapper.
Some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
That's...
Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well,
Well, yeah. I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right?
Then I was like, you're not you when you're hungry, and I gave her a Snickers bar.
Low-key. So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little.
The candy was poisoned. So you gave that candy to Sakura.
I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them.
You really like him that much.
because, I mean,
But I wanted Sakura to get the chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they've lost all their flavor.
Hina.
Court record.
There's a, what is that, a Othello game on the table?
Straight up Othello. Why can't we play Othello? God damn it!
I thought this was all about mini games.
God damn it.
Mini games at the murder scene.
It's my favorite Panic at the Disco cover band. Oh, hi Lizzie, I totally missed you. Hi Lizzie, I'm
Yeah.
so sorry I missed you. Same shelf full of magazines. There's all different types of magazines here.
Lizzie, I'm on the final episode of Ava. It's crazy. I love it.
There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf.
We gotta debrief about it sometime. Huh, I wonder.
And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure.
What I'm wondering is how'd they get those figures inside the bottle? Yo, this is just like in Knives Out.
Knives Out's a good movie.
You know what I'm talking about? The detail with the glass. There's like a lineup of like glass flasks, I guess, that are like
Yeah.
this, and it's like one of the little background details.
God, Knives Out's a good movie. Fuck!
Yeah, can't wait for Glass Onion. Yes, indeed.
So-
That's so funny. I've got the. I guess
Ellie!
I've got the profanity blocked thing on my my phone.
Oh, does it say it's blocking
chat.
knives?
No, it's blocking. It blocked pause for positive because they thought it stood for piece of shit.
Oh, goodness gracious. Also, Ellie and Lizzie both agree Knives Out good.
Yes, Knives Out good.
Knives Out good.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess the obvious conclusion we're meant to draw from here is that what hit Sakura over the head was one of these bottles.
It's no different.
And they're gonna be like, what does it mean? And then we're in the
Yep.
trial, and they're like, this is what it means. It's like, no shit.
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle.
Huh?
You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. You've never seen that?
Oh yeah, I've watched SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Maybe I have.
In other words,
So this is the Monokuma of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. I made a funny wordplay in the code. Are you proud of me?
I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. So the blood stain is her vomit. That's what makes sense to me.
The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure was on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. I love the probably, which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Alright.
Or she was still attacked outside. And I guess it wouldn't have made sense for the killer to be in here before Sakura died. I was thinking like maybe the killer broke the bottle in here to make it seem like that's what the head wound was, even though it wasn't. That's probably a little much. There's what's on the left there on the ground? Oh, it's the window we broke.
There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
so
It looks like a protein drink. And it's
Poison. It's all poison. Everything's poison.
Everything is poisoned in the murder.
The bottle was poisoned. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her poison. And she mentioned more than once how it was good for all sorts of ailments.
wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you.
I know.
But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the chem lab. Sakura mentioned how
It says
the chem
Cold
lab.
Killer X.
It says Cold Killer Eggs. Had all kinds of health stuff, so she must have gotten this from the chem lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange.
What is?
What? You see what's scattered around the can?
Shards of light blue glass, most parts of the window I broke to get inside,
Correct.
but it's on top of the shards.
But they also just
Yeah.
aren't scattered around the can. They're also underneath it.
So Owie might have dropped it on her way out. Why does that matter? Because Owie dropped it on her way out.
So
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably gonna want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. An important clue? I'm not sure I see how. Okay, did we look at Sakura yet? Let's look at Sakura. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There was obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that that's what killed her, but according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. And I can see traces of blood on her lips for sure. So, what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries.
I wonder what it could be when they mentioned poison earlier in the last chapter. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood?
Not a chance.
Byakuya.
Babe.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location.
Your lips?
Does
Interesting.
that have to be like my dick?
Naturally.
Yes. Most interesting. Don't you agree?
No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. Okay, what are we talking about?
Boys, we're in front of a corpse. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. We'll continue this later. That's why. Hold on. No. Hold on. Why? Why was that included? I'm all one for ho yay, but why? We're in front of a corpse, boys. What's up, Hina?
I don't even know what they were talking about.
I think it was.
Frankly.
That's what makes it better. I think it was the fact that, like, she had blood on her mouth and she vomited blood, and Byakuya was being like, ho, I know what's going on and you don't.
Yep, that's right.
They're okay, they're not ultimate geniuses. They're just really good at one specific thing. There is a difference. Damn it, thank you, Max. There is a difference. Like, what the fuck? Like, Awie's the ultimate swimmer. That doesn't mean she's the ultimate fucking murder solver. They're smart, but they're smart in one specific thing. We already know who did it!
I won't forgive you.
Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It has to be one of them. Why do I
So
keep
because
hitting
the fact
foot?
that you keep repeating this means it wasn't.
They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto?
Oh, well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. It's probably you. Just saying.
Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here, in the rec room.
What?
After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right?
Sounds like something a killer would say.
Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon? The Monokuma file said she died right around then.
Oh.
Huh! I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them.
Just want to talk to them.
I just want to talk to them!
I just want to talk.
Just like... You hear the bat just... And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this never would have happened.
Ina.
It's impossible not to... Fuck. It's impossible not to have regrets. I know. Man, remember Sayaka? Fuck.
Time for Owie to go Owie. Oh, that's the title you
Hey,
have
that's
on,
the name of the stream!
Twitch.
But
Oh, that's fun.
but the
That's,
fact
you're so funny.
I'm hilarious. This is why you stick around with me. But the fact she had asked those three
And
to meet
also
with her-
because you're a great friend and I like you a lot. But you're also very funny.
She asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly.
Yo, did you get a note?
Hey-o.
No. Guilty.
What?
No. What do you want? You're bothering me.
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. What were we doing earlier?
What happened like 30 seconds ago? Did you feel that? Because like something happened.
I'm sorry, did you say you killed someone?
Make it quick. We don't. There are people around. We don't have all day.
Is it true Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room?
So you found out. Interesting. Are you jealous?
That it's true.
I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster?
So you didn't go see her.
Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all.
Phew. It's not cheating on me. It's just funnier every time that he's flirting with someone else.
Funnier. Byakuya said he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept
Come on.
this fact. If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight.
Okay, thanks. For some reason, I feel like there's probably more Koto Byakuya fics than there are Toko Byakuya fics.
Yeah, because Toko Byakuya's fucking nasty.
Yeah.
Plus it's like a enemies to lovers, rivals kind of thing. And with Toko and Byakuya, it's just this one girl very creepily sexually obsessing over someone who's repeatedly like, fucking stop it. I'm not doing this with you. And she's like, yeah, maybe. And she's like, no.
Sounds about right.
It ain't it, Chief.
However,
But for Sakura to have been killed.
However. Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight, which means
It's
she was
true.
poisoned, like I said last week.
She certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand?
It must have taken her by surprise, right?
certainly.
Certainly. They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. Okay.
Maybe they hid in a locker.
They hid in a fucking locker.
Cool.
Is that it?
Let's play. Let's play iMessage 8 Ball.
It's
You
in
can-
the
you can-
middle of a
you can look at
murder
the clock.
investigation.
I wonder what time it is.
It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around 12 noon, so roughly an hour ago. Is that when Kyoko and I were moving alter ego? Good talk.
Hair.
The chair was shoved against the the chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair.
In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it.
Which means that motherfucker was just rigged. Are we outie? This door's the only way in or out of the room. The door doesn't have a lock, so there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke in to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words,
I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself.
having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the... What? There's no
It's simply-
doubt that the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved against it. I got
Yeah.
thrown off by double negatives. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the lock room from the inside, not from the outside. Do we talk to Kyoko again? Like, babe, I
Yes.
got it!
Listen,
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation?
Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then,
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
listen to me.
Which is why I've decided
Okay, can I
you'll...
talk to you?
That's why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided. She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Let's see what they have to say.
Bye, guys. Don't kill anyone while I'm out.
Hey guys, please no one else die. There are two other their other 2 probably went back to their doors. Okay.
Alright,
Toko is like close.
Hiro and Toko.
Toko is like really close to Saga. There she is. There she is. I pressed the doorbell.
I
Gently
gently
open the
opened
door.
the door.
Damn it! After a few seconds. Hey, babe.
Who's there?
The vibes? Rancid. The aura of total decay.
What do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
Hmm.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something.
Oh, it was not a bad time. Fuck. Sorry, burst baby Brooke. Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something? I think, honestly, like, I don't see the point of that mechanic.
Oh, yeah, they do away with it in the later games. They were like, oh? And it's like, no, it's nothing.
This doesn't
It's
do
nothing.
anything. I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. What?
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said two, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go.
Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room.
And with that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. You know what? Listen, mental illness affects us all differently, let's see.
Well, it's the fisherman
Also,
angle.
I was gonna say, also she was like really young when she wrote that. She was.
Yeah.
That's how time. I was about to be like, she's younger than she was now, and I was like, yeah, that's
Wattpad
how time
era.
works. Wattpad ass. What's up, hero? I pressed the doorbell, and after a few seconds, I gently opened the door.
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. What? How'd you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you?
Have you come out yet?
But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. How does he know that? Ah. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too.
When you watch a movie.
What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, whoa. When she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She,
How about that?
she gave it to me in person. And she just happened to mention the others, like in passing.
I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious.
So you went. So then you went and met with Sakura.
You got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that?
Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
Last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. Yeah, this is suspicious. But I don't really know how Hiro is involved. I mean, unless he's the murderer, which could be, but like, I don't know. Does he really have it out for her that bad? While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you?
I mean, ooh, unless I'm just remembering what the anime did, but I'm pretty sure he was the one that was like, well, if she kills the mastermind, I'll forgive her. So I mean, it's not impossible.
Well, yeah, no, it's not. But
It's just
and
weird.
I mean, the fact that we're not spending time on him might be a hint in that direction. But like, if so, that might not be the most satisfying answer. I still like the idea that it was either Hina or it was accidental, or sort of accidental. Maybe Byakuya did prepare the poison, but then she drank it accidentally. Oh, do I still have it? Let's see.
Hiro was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, looks like I don't have it anymore.
With a big, goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands out of his pockets. When he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket.
Huh?
Huh?
It's a candy bar wrapper.
What?
Well, that's a clue that Hiro has been inside of Owie's room.
Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Yeah, sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash.
What?
Anyway, I can't deny Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me.
Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that it was just trash, but there was no way that's all there was to it.
Okay, so.
I forgot how much
Pocket
I liked
sand.
this chapter.
So, huh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
What's up,
wondering
bud?
if we're. Sorry, I'm just thinking.
No, yeah.
I'm wondering if we're at the point now where like they're actually starting to do like more like red herrings, that there isn't sort of like an obvious answer, because like even in the last time where Hero was like, it's not me, even though it's like it was him in the suit, like narratively there was a reason for us to doubt that like he was involved, right? Because even like Makoto's like, I don't know, maybe he's not involved, right? Which is your clue for the audience to also not jump to that conclusion. I wonder now if we're at the point where the game is trying to intentionally lead us in a certain direction without the narration of the characters saying that we should not trust it, and then do a bait and switch. I hope we are.
So I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. It must have come from the chem lab.
I guess we can't go into Owie's room and see that candy. So where should I start? Well, you should go to the chem lab.
Should go to
Right?
Every single game I'm playing has a different button to pull up the map. Every single fucking game. Not physics lab. Hey, Byakuya. Oh my god, babe, we're alone in the chem lab. What will we do?
What if we kissed in the chem
What if-
lab?
Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too?
No.
Just make sure you don't get in my way.
Oh, I'll definitely get in your way. Make it so I have to barrel through you. Yeah, I got it.
I think what you meant to say was...
Oh, shut the
Sure.
fuck up.
I understand.
Shut the fuck up. Dude. Okay. I just started this just because I thought it would be funny. But I still don't like him.
No, that makes it better. That makes it so much funnier.
Ugh.
I still every once in a while think about the bit in chapter 2 where
This
it
is
was
like if Miles Edgeworth wasn't endearing.
yes, that's the
I know, Liz. I'm sorry.
I still think about the bit in chapter 2 where he like drags you into the tiny little records room and he's like, listen, we can't do this anywhere else. This has to stay here. If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even be nice to you. And it's like, what the fuck is happening?
What is with this game and getting down on your knees and begging?
Hey, Byakuya, about the getting on my knees and begging thing? Oh, you didn't beg, but I think I'll... Like, what? It's doing this intentionally. I can't do this. What's on the floor? Everybody do the dinosaur. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. Should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like the 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I've considered it. I've considered it, Lizzie.
You know...
I've been Byakuya pilled.
Maybe I'll be there by the end of the game. When there's sort of more... But...
Just let him have you begging on your knees. Will he have me crawling like a centipede?
My goodness.
What's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I'd be careful not to step in it. Even though someone clearly stepped in it.
It's cocaine.
What's this broken bottle? There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? Looks like the bottle has a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear? I don't know why Byakuya's just turned sultry and not just my shitty Edgeworth voice, but this is more fun. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this.
Then this powder must have spilled,
So in
or
other
must have been
words,
spilled.
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. There's poison on the floor in front of the poison cabinet. There was poisoned. What do you think? These are footprints? And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan.
By we, do you mean me?
How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
what?
Well, let's go. Chop chop.
Eh.
So I got to work, and before long, I'd drawn up a sketch of the room.
So how's this?
You know what? That's not bad, frankly.
Some Louise Stoneham.
For you, I mean. For me, it will.
See.
So, when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf.
I don't feel like you need a floor plan for this. I
Eh.
think you can kind of just see that.
Yeah, but if we don't do the floor plan, we don't get more shitty Byakuya content. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and left. That's what the footprints tell me. I've divined it
I
from the
see.
footprints. These footprints must be...
It's certainly possible.
Makoto, are they yours?
No.
What?
Okay. Then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
Why
Show
are
me
you
your
obsessed
feet.
with my feet?
I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said.
Ugh.
I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit, these are not your footprints.
Well, you just have to look at someone, like the underside of someone's shoes and be like, oh, there's all this powder on it. Right? Like, there hasn't been enough time for them to change shoes, probably, right? I don't know.
Unless
Whatever.
they, like, knocked it back off. You know, like with snow, when you, like, just knock all that shit off your shoe, you could just, like...
Yeah. I mean, there might still be traces of it. Or at the very least, compare everyone's shoe sizes.
That's true.
See if you can eliminate it down to at least a little bit. Unfortunately...
But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. And these prints are a really valuable clue. There's poison on the floor in front of the poison cabinet. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. It better not leave a footprint.
We take it. I won't rest until I've inspected every
Every
suspicious looking nook and cranny.
Should take a good hard look at that powder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well it's not cocaine. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. That really
Yes,
hurt. There's also
you knew
remains
that.
of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. It also looks like some of the footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the footprints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. I popped my ear doing that. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident.
Oh man.
That's all I can tell for now.
Okay.
So what's in the left side of the shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the record room probably came from the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A.
Huh? But wait!
There's a poison in there! One of the bottles says, what? Chem C9! Could someone have put it here on accident? So what's in the fucking poison shelf? Is it poison? One look, I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. It looks like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess we can consider this section C. And B, who gives a fuck? It looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are because they're not plot relevant. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How you have lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss.
Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. all the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number, so I guess I can consider it as part of the shelving in section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case I don't think I have to worry too much about the shelf.
So wait, so did the cup have... Wasn't it labeled like X?
It was like a brand, and then at the top it was like A1 or something,
Oh, okay.
I think.
Well, there you go.
I was gonna say, well, we can check in the court record. Hold on.
Come on!
Chem A2, yeah.
MA2. Okay, cool. Well, there it is. So, someone went and did that, dropped it. Maybe... Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
So the poison was in the candy. And then, after the crime scene was opened, Owie, when she went to go get everyone, went to this cabinet. Yes, okay. So, okay. Current theory. It's definitely Owie. Maybe she was working, if this was accidental, maybe. I don't know. Or she was working with, Hiro. After the body was discovered and she was in a daze, whatever, she's like, I have to go warn the others. She left. When she was warning the others, she also came up here, grabbed a protein thing, and dropped it back down on the ground. She came back with everyone else. Because it was the candy that was poisoned. But by putting the cup, the protein cup there, she's trying to lead people into thinking that that's where the poison came from, because the candy ties it too obviously to her. Current theory. It probably doesn't fully check out, but that's what I'm thinking now. I should try to find out more about this shelving unit.
It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A is dietary supplements, Section B is reagents, Section C is lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A, but what concerns me is that in Section A there's a bottle with a label from Section C. There was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A. There's definitely something going on here. Court record. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe we should go to the rec room. Let's go to the fucking rec room, I guess. Jesus.
Ooh.
Is Byakuya still here? Hey! Suck my dick! Alright. Rec room is downstairs. Nope. There we go.
Hey,
So, Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro told me.
I see.
So, along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway,
Well, I've made some progress on my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You do well to take a look at them again. Do that.
But those are the 3 things you need to click on before the plot can progress.
Yeah, we can't do anything. Was it Sakura's body? Sure. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from
Just a
Sakura's body. Just staring off into space isn't gonna help you figure anything out.
Well, yeah, I know, but
hey,
Don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
whew,
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. The kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. It's kind of hot, although there are still sometimes...
believe how calm you are, no matter
Okay. Max!
I'm back.
Okay.
I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
it's true.
That's totally normal.
And how can you?
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past.
What?
Sorry, never mind.
hey, more
See,
important.
she's the ultimate detective.
More importantly, look here.
Her shoes.
Correct.
You see that yellow powder on her instep?
Yeah, that really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1.
Interesting.
Hey.
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
It's true.
Actually, even telling you that is incredibly difficult to spot, so just let me explain.
It would seem.
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head.
2 blows.
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail.
Okay.
Can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. I'm the competent woman of the group. Is it the magazines? Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind.
Magazines. Clue.
This magazine's upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm trusting you to do this on your own, but I'm absolutely going to backseat drive you. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped
Apparently.
it.
This is... What?
On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters. And it said Toko.
It's not Toko.
11037.
I know, right? A dying message?
correct.
Then it would appear you found it.
Kyoko, is this...
So,
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. Dying message!
however,
Just to be
But-
clear,
Well, it will... Okay, it can't have been Sakura, because... her hands were not bloody.
just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that says Toko, right?
It looks like it. Why are you over here all of a sudden?
Then, well, she's still in the room. Then, she's the killer, right?
Well, that hasn't been confirmed yet.
It's settled. She's the killer, for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. You remember Sayaka!
It seems like something you're very interested in jumping into right now.
I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious.
See, it's because of stuff like this. When he's like, I don't know. It seems too, like, it's one thing to let the evidence stand and have the player come to their own conclusions, but it's another thing for the game to sort of tell you which evidence you should not take at face value, you know? Like, I wasn't taking it at face value anyway, but I would have appreciated it more if they didn't say something like that.
I can understand it as a, like, you're gonna get a lot of shit and it's gonna be really convoluted, but it does sort of feel a bit weird to kind of... Also, at this point, I guess you do have the mental thing where it's like, Makoto's naive and an idiot, so maybe it's face value still, who knows? Like, I will give it the narrative benefit of the doubt, but I can see on a, like, player level where it's like, this is just... come on. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma goblins, which is, I do that a lot with Danganronpa. I'm like, okay, narratively I can excuse this, but, like, as a player, this is frustrating, for sure.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Something new.
hey,
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. Correlation?
They're all different kinds of chess pieces. Which means... Wait, go back.
Sorry, it'll knowing this game, it will show it to us again.
Oh, yeah. So the knight's on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
but it's missing a piece, even with the knight. So let me think. The bishop was there. I think there was a rook there, and then I guess
Pawn, bishop, rook,
I think king or
king.
queen.
I think we're the 4 that were there. And knights on the
Okay.
floor.
Knight's on the floor, which means we're missing the queen. So if there were 2 blows to the back of the head, then we only saw. Yeah, so there's one that's missing. That's the queen. Unless it's another
Unless?
one of those. Well, no, that doesn't make sense because it's not like last time where they where they switched the number, like they switched the numbers around to make it seem like things were happening in a certain order. Knowing that you've got a piece missing, like it would make sense if we were meant to come to that conclusion to make it think that she was being attacked twice, but she'd only been attacked once. But it just lines up with the fact that she was attacked twice. So it probably wasn't anything to do with like the killer or killers trying to make us think a certain way. Hey Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
I'm a little dumbass. I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion
Come
isn't
on.
a good idea.
You've been backseating me this whole time.
Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome.
And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer?
I do trust you to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree? Is that the degree where we make out? That's what I care about.
Hey,
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right?
An experiment, huh?
Could you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too.
Oh, are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
that doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so...
So then,
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room.
I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I better just do it.
I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. Fully. And just as I finished up... Sorry to keep you waiting.
so then,
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work.
So, what kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're gonna use it to compare weights.
Compare the
Oh,
weights and
God.
what?
Pieces of
I'm
glass you
lost.
collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact.
Why do you want to do
What's
that?
what's heavier? Kilogram of steel or kilogram of feathers? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
listen,
First, let's compare the weight of 2 of the normal Monokuma bottles. Are they the same? Holy fuck.
Perfectly balanced.
in other
As all things
words,
should be. Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same.
Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
so then,
Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see?
A normal assumption would be... Either they'll bounce out, or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
so then,
So if it's heavier, it's made up of two... It's made up of 2 bottles and the queen is missing.
Let's
Okay.
give it a try.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Uh-huh. The broken pieces are heavier. How is that possible?
I love the assumption
I
that
knew it.
Makoto Naegi has never played a single goddamn game of chess in his life.
Of course not.
Just fucking look at him. Just as I thought.
What?
You're a fucking dumbass.
In other words,
The results of our experiment, well, I knew that, but the results of the experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles, put it all together, and I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. God, you get less hot the more I have to explain things, Makoto. God damn it. Are we, like, moving on? Like, what's happening?
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial.
No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen.
Good
Take
point.
my destiny in my own hands.
Oh, we did it.
They bought a puzzle. I love Boo Backer Base. Have fun.
God, can you imagine? I wouldn't put it past at least the later games. Oh god, there's so few of us. Monokuma made his announcement. Everyone began to meet up one after another. Then... What's up, bitches? The ultimate martial artist. A locked room mystery.
what?
It's the emoticons here.
How are you doing that with your mouth? I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body.
See? This is just plain creepy.
Well,
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, you put a sad face and makes it look super
yes,
negative.
indeed.
Do you have 100 friends?
What? He's right, that does make it seem sad.
I can't
Now
wait.
then.
I can't wait.
Please get on the elevator. Ooh. I'll see you all down there.
This is fantastic, actually. I love the emoticon. What the hell is that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Oh, shut up, Owie.
Don't
it
look
was
at me.
you. I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Sheesh, dude. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
Ignore the murderer part. What the heck? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet, someone killed her. And that person is here? That person is one of us?
Very few people left.
This is
Really
hauntingly
crazy.
small.
Yeah.
Come on. That's you. Why did I take that?
Come on, it's time to put an end to this.
I made my way toward the elevator. With each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I feel a chilling fear running through me. trying to make me-
It really is surprising me that no one has tried to kill Makoto yet. Like, for real. Like, he has been solving every single one of these, right?
Like, literally, chapter
so-
2. Chapter
so the
2,
lo-
Byakuya was like, you're the threat here. And he's done nothing.
Yeah. I mean, because like, if you wanted to kill him,
It's
it would
not
be so
hard.
easy for
Yeah.
everyone else to come to the wrong conclusion, and then you would escape. Right? Like, if that's your goal. I mean, the other way I'm thinking is Byakuya just like, I'll keep him alive, so like I'll make sure that every single case from this point on gets solved, and then when it's just the two of us, I'll kill him. But like, I don't know.
It would be so much faster if you just
Yes,
killed the
a
Koga.
murderer among us. You're exactly right, Archer.
No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close and felt it begin its sinister descent. Oh god, it's so empty. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. Fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really?
Alright, crazy.
So few. You must be so lonely.
Say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left.
I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again? Or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. So the curtain opened for the 4th time. Deadly judgment, deadly deception, deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, deadly defense, deadly faith, deadly class trial, dun dun dun.
Sounds like lyrics to a Danganronpa musical song.
Oh my god. Oh, that would be terrifying. Ooh. Yeah, give me ideas just before a break, bud. Alright. We're gonna take a quick 5 so that I can get more water and actually eat something more than 4 Ritz crackers today.
Good idea. I should probably also do something like that.
Please go put something in your face. We will be back in a few minutes. Feel free to jam to some fucking lobby music, I guess.
Or I'll finish episode 26 of Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Just real quick.
Yeah.
Alright. We'll be right back.
Okay, see you in a bit.
Hey, there we go. Alright. My cool box has worked.
Yay.
We somehow got no new skills, I think the past 2 times. So fuck it!
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
Nah.
So, your vote. If
Or we
you
can
can
skip it.
figure out who done it, then
Yep.
I'll punish everyone beast. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Whoa, deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems to really be sure that one of those 3 is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that.
Drama.
Maybe.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it?
It doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her.
No, it's wrong.
So you all got notes and shit or something.
Another reason you suspect them is because
Yeah.
Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those 3 killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's a good reason to suspect all 3 of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? Oh, back into it. Oh, fuck. Okay. Jesus.
Well, you gotta use that truth bullet somewhere.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all 3 of them, There's no way that's not suspicious.
Also, yeah, Owie
One of
taking
you
the
is absolutely
taking the lead on
guilty.
this, just like Celeste
I don't
last time.
deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Everyone in the room is dead silent, just like, yeah.
Hiro,
Yeah.
when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
Yeah. Okay.
When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
But what Hiro said can't be right. Because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office.
Yes.
And the reason I know that it is fucking
Fuck.
Sakura got it.
I got it!
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that, Hiro.
Now,
Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was, oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Yeah.
yeah.
It is
Yeah.
sudden hostility.
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me!
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious!
They work together.
Hostility.
It's not
Maybe.
just normal hostility! You're the real culprit! I even have proof!
They work together, and then now they're turning against each other.
What are you talking
Maybe.
about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
Shining message even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
But there's no way he could have known
It
that,
was her dying message.
right?
Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
Because when we found it,
That's
he
true.
wasn't in the
I saw
room.
it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
So
What
he
are
must
you
have been the
saying?
one to write it.
Wait, I didn't do it.
You just don't know when you're beat, do you?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Yeah.
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But
Nope.
if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from
Yep.
the scene of the crime.
Well, the fact that they're going after
So
him
it's
so
hard to
quickly
believe that's when you
makes
actually
it seem like
saw the
he's
message
not
for
actually the
yourself.
killer, but he might be involved with them.
Hold on. But when Kyoko found the message with the magazine with the dying message, it was fucking on the shelf.
On the
got it.
shelf.
Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation. In which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us.
Yeah.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on
Yeah.
When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem?
What the fuck,
That
man?
makes total sense.
Why did you do that, dude? No, we got it.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body...
No, that's wrong.
Fuck piece of shit.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it
They're
then.
so horny for that Dutch tilt.
Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah, because her hands are clean.
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Without a doubt. No, I do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message because her fucking hands were clean. Oh, we're doing this. Why are we doing this? Okay.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap.
I'm sick.
Show me the proof.
Suck my
Should
dick.
prove it.
Well,
Well,
they...
you suck my dick.
So this is the
completely
second time they've done
unconvinced
this
that
when it
Sakura
wasn't
wrote
the
that
very,
dying
very
message.
end. So,
Oh, hey, Jeebus, sorry, I
the
missed you.
first time, it was against
The
someone who
message
turned
was
out to be the
almost
real
certainly
murderer.
written
So this
distinct,
time, it
but-
might not be.
Ooh.
Both of her hands were
Maybe that's what they
completely
were trying to
free of
set up
blood.
with the previous one.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That
Yeah.
would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
You're admitting to killing her.
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
Well, the fact that he admits it means it wasn't him.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there,
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure. Thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
That's it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape.
Okay. So, Hero
So of course
definitely...
I freaked out, and then...
Okay, so Hero hit her with the bottles, and then maybe took the queen with him to make it to, like, I don't know. I don't know why. But by this point, she must have already been poisoned. I guess the candy couldn't have been poisoned because then Hero would be poisoned as well. Did he actually eat the candy?
He had the wrapper on him.
He had the wrapper. It was empty. I assume he ate it. Maybe he'll say as much later, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking so he definitely hit her and fled. But that doesn't explain the poisoning. So he did attack her, but he didn't have anything to do with the murder. That makes sense to me.
I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind.
I like that everyone's calling it the Monokuma bottle, even though we only established that that coinage in the initial investigation when not everyone was in the room.
Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
Nope.
Nope.
No, I
too
think
early.
there's more to Hiro's story.
It's been like 10 minutes, Hina.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
Think about the structure of the game, Hina.
There's one thing that Hiro's
We're on
story
chapter
just
4,
now doesn't
Hina.
explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
Yeah, we didn't even do the manga part yet.
Doesn't make yours, doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense. There were two. Why?
Why the magazine was hidden.
I got it!
Yeah.
That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Because if it's a dying message.
By the
why
time
would
the
you hide
body
it?
was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
The show isn't over till the manga gets drawn. Damn
Oh.
right,
Yep.
Lizzie.
Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then, he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think
Yeah.
there's any question about that.
They were hiding in the...
Who was it?
Fucking
If they
look
went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they
God, there's
must
so
not have
many
liked what was written on it.
So, Toko was hiding in the locker.
I got it!
It's Kyoko.
It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have...
Forget, does Toko...
But more important...
Wait, this is actually kind of... Wait, so... Toko and Genocide Jill don't share memories and consciousness, right?
Correct. They share emotions, they don't share memories.
Right.
Is how, like, either it was explained or it is explained at some point.
Right. So it's very plausible that Toko would have no idea whether or not she went to the rec room if she went as Genocide Jill.
Correct.
Cool.
That doesn't even matter.
So she probably went as Genocide Jill.
Right?
But Genocide Jill also doesn't
just
kill
admitted it.
women, right? That's the
Genocide Jill only killed adorable men.
adorable men, right? So it doesn't fit Jill's MO as serial killer. Maybe killing for other reasons is still on the table, but yeah.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case yet. Hiro isn't the real killer. And I have to prove that.
Oh man.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby. And I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just once.
Nope. The murder weapon was fired
No,
twice.
that's wrong.
Yeah,
If
there it
Sakura
is.
died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Huh? 2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
This girl examines bodies as a hobby.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks
This
must
gun
have come
was
from
found
a
at the
Monokuma
crime
bottle.
scene.
Yes.
Hold on.
So
How can you know that just from some cuts on her head?
okay, so Toko must have the queen then.
With 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the
It's
Monokuma
convenient that the
bottles
2 people
themselves.
who hit her were the 2 absent from the room during the investigation.
It'd be like that.
There's something very suspicious about those bottles.
Yeah, it's the queen.
Once you understand that point,
Missing.
you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used.
Right.
Speaking of queens, yes,
Speaking of
Kyoko.
queens, Kyoko.
Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles
There's
left on
something
the
about
shelf.
competent
right?
women.
And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1
Oh,
broken
what's
bottle.
oh fuck, what is it?
But originally, there were 6 bottles in total.
Things that turn
Meaning
on
one has gone
protagonists to the max. Part 1.
But
Competent
how
women.
Can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy.
These are 6 kind of pieces
If you
in
look
chess.
at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Clear. We're gonna spend 3 minutes on this. The correlation between the Monokuma bottles. I feel like it's starting to become clear.
I mean, I guess if you have no idea about chess,
That's
then
true. Yeah. I don't
you
know
have-
how chess how oh my god, I don't know how popular chess is in Japan. I can't say shit.
I assume it's probably just as popular as it is everywhere else in the world.
I guess so. The King's Game. Fuck. Fuck. Slow down. There we go. Forgot how quick I had to do that.
E. Interesting, you're not trying to spell queen. I guess you have to do
Yeah,
longer.
you gotta do things very slowly.
Can you
Now I
spell
understand.
knight?
It's okay, but what,
Yeah,
okay,
what if
but
we
what if
just
we just
flashback
flashback
to
to what Kyoko just
That's
said?
it.
I know,
Chess
right?
pieces. Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
And also, hi, Jeebus.
King,
And
rook,
possibly Lizzie,
bishop,
if you are still here.
pawn.
How are you guys doing
I
today?
definitely remember seeing each of those.
Also, this definitely is not
And the
in.
piece that was inside the broken bottle we
I
found
mean, I guess
was
it's in height order. It's not in value
the
order.
knight, if I remember.
Oh, for sure.
Because it should be pawn,
I guess you don't know
knight,
too much
bishop,
about chess,
rook,
do
queen,
you?
king.
Then let me explain.
Let's
In
break down
chess,
chess.
There are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
The queen's.
So the queen is missing.
Because
So
Toko
we
took
only
it
have
to
evidence
make
for
it
5
seem like
bottles at the scene, but one
um
apparently went missing.
there was only to make it seem like there was only one hit,
What does chess have to do with anything?
and that
Yeah,
it was
Shoki is way
hero.
better.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that
Shogi
has anything to do with this case.
a traditionally Japanese style game that is it's essentially Japanese chess.
That bottle
just
could
the
have disappeared
different pieces
any
and different
time
board
before the
and
murder.
so on.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Wait, the bottle that was missing. It was excited! It was broken!
I got it! The bottle must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
Because I'm not a fucking
Because
idiot,
there was
Toko.
evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found
Wait.
evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
We understand this. Go ahead.
And what is this evidence?
That steel is heavier than feathers. Yes, that proves this. The fucking...
Yes.
Kyoto
What weighs
Happy.
more, a ton of steel or a ton of feathers?
Kilogram of steel. Is it just the Monokuma bottle? Oh no, it's the
It's
separate.
gotta be something else.
Where is it? There it is.
Bottle experiment.
I got it!
We had to be like, we went out of our way.
Kyoko and I did a
Are
little
there
Why
hieroglyphics
are there like
in these?
hieroglyphs? Yeah, the vibe
We
changes
compared the weight
every
of the
trial.
broken bottle pieces
Does
at the
it?
scene
Yeah.
to one of the
I didn't even
unbroken
notice.
bottles.
I know. It took me until I think it had to be pointed out to me. I was like, oh yeah. I don't know why this one is covered in.
And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason
I
for
know.
that is
I can figure out some of them, and I can't figure
there
out.
was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
I'm sure someone's explained it.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces. Which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
Right.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
What, that Sakura was hit twice?
Yeah.
Oh, because that would. Right, sorry. I know how this case goes. It must have been used by some
Sakura's
bowling
second attacker.
aficionados.
I got it!
What?
What?
The bottle that was
What?
removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was
What does that mean?
I don't. Listen, I've.
It's because they're in the rec
The
room? Like,
second
it doesn't-
wound
I
on Sakura's
guess.
head came from that second bottle.
That
Given
wasn't even
all
a-
the
whatever.
evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
I like this game, I promise.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only
Oh no,
one
I'm having a
accused,
fun
so
time.
they had to
Silly.
get rid of their evidence.
From there,
I think it's
we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow.
the gameplay is a little silly, but I'm enjoying the story as it's unfolding.
Wouldn't you agree,
I like the characters.
Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Hmm.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
She was hiding in the locker. It was dusty.
Seconds ago, you were claiming
She
you killed her.
sneezed and became Genocide Jill.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of
Or
guy I
or
am.
or the other way around. She was Genocide Jill. She was
Just remember
hiding
something that proves it.
in the locker. Maybe to surprise someone who was in there.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
And
Right after
then
I
she
got
sneezed and
Ogre's
became
note.
Toko. And then Toko had to figure out her way out of there.
I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
And then you came in and
Pretty
she
soon,
wasn't
Ogre showed
there.
up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone.
Come on.
Toko had disappeared.
Put it together,
You
dude.
just now decided to share that with us?
Please. Of course it was
After
Toko in the
shock of
locker.
thinking I killed someone, I forgot all about
But it still doesn't explain the poison. So she must have just been hit over the head twice. Separately from what actually killed her.
Could someone tighten the
And
screws
it could
on
just
his
have
brain?
it
I
could have
think
just have
we've
been
come
Toko attacked her and then left again.
So,
and hid
Toko,
the magazine.
Where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear,
Wait,
but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
there's still one more thing I'm not sure about.
Oh.
So he wrote the message. He wrote the Toko message. In what blood?
He smashed her over the head, dog.
But there wasn't any blood coming from that wound. At least not that was visible. Or maybe it was. But like even on the body examination, I don't think it showed any blood like at the back of her head unless I really wasn't paying attention.
It didn't. No.
Like I thought her skull was just strong enough
She had a
you know?
ripped ass skull.
that like
Sakura
you
does
know-
not skip skull day.
No, but like I mean I don't know. I mean,
I mean,
it's
if
it's
you-
cartoony, so I thought
I
it
was
would be kind of
We've
you know.
played AA1. If you get hit on the back of the head,
okay.
blood's gonna happen. There was
All
also
right.
a pile of blood on the a
Wha-
pool
wha-
of blood on the floor.
Well, that's what I was thinking, because, like,
It's just unrelated blood.
well, okay, because of the timeline,
Mm-hmm.
she went in there, or Toko went in and hid first. Then Sakura went in,
Mm-hmm.
and then basically right after that, Hiro came in. So at what point could Sakura have thrown up the blood in the corner? If not after she'd already been hit twice in the head by Hiro and Toko, they left. I mean, I guess maybe unless that pool of blood wasn't uh from her throw up, but like where else would it have? Where else? What did that? Could that have happened? We didn't get any evidence that there was any blood anywhere else in the school, and they would have shown it to us if there
They would have
was,
held our
because
hands on that one.
that's the nature of this game. So I'm like, when did she have time to throw up? And Hiro didn't mention it, right?
Right. Nothing has come up about.
And it couldn't have been the candy. Then I guess maybe couldn't have been poisoned because presumably Hiro had one. Although maybe he's just like, oh yeah, I threw it away. And he could just say that later because he just now has mentioned that Toko came in before, so still possible. Anyway, time for the movie to reveal more information.
Hiding in the rec room?
I don't think Toko was
Ridiculous.
the true murderer.
Whoa.
It still doesn't take
Why
into
are you
account the
walking
poison.
up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
Maybe we get Jill out and have Jill's perspective on it and get some more evidence.
I need proof that Toko was hiding in the rec room. I have it. She left it there for anyone to find.
The locker.
What the fuck? Hold on. What? You've probably been pressing the X button during your final strike without a second thought. For now, you're gonna have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now to choose the during the coup de grace. All right, so you're just gonna give me more things. The same way as during non-stop debate. All right.
Okay.
Like the debate. All right. Educational purpose, we're gonna pretend you're set to mean regardless. It just gives you like every single bullet that you have.
You're about halfway through the game.
Entire game now.
What?
Good luck. Have fun.
Halfway? I thought we were well over halfway.
Hey,
oh, we're
Leon.
doing this.
It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you.
Maybe we spend some time. Maybe there's like a chapter that we spend in like the free times.
That's enough. I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you.
Right.
It's a lie. That's enough. That's enough.
This should prove it.
I hate that the
Did you
tempo
know
is
someone
just
left
off.
a handprint behind on the inside
so
of the
hard.
locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does his handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Well, when the master says
Then
so.
you killed Sakura!
No,
No.
I swear, there's no way.
Master in this house.
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
This is really funny, actually.
What do you mean, probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Sometimes this game is actually funny. It's great. I
Oh.
love it.
Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room.
don't know what you're talking about. It was a CIA
I
death squad.
didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared
Kill
to
James
face
Bond.
her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes.
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around,
Is it late?
Sans
Yeah.
Undertale.
there
It was Sans Undertale.
Sakura, covered in
Yeah.
blood and staring right at me.
Okay, but like the rest of her face didn't
When
look
I
like that,
saw that blood,
right?
I fainted right there in front of the magazines.
What?
Because there was only the trace of blood around her mouth. So like her whole head be covered with blood like that. That's not how we found her, right?
It might just be a stylistic thing. I don't remember that part, but like, we can assume there was blood. I think that's safe. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna let it
I
run.
don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her? You mean?
Well, that's convenient.
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories.
Yeah.
I don't actually know if that was said
Don't
before.
say what was going on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I figured
It's
it.
assumed.
Minding my own business, sleeping
Yeah.
peacefully when someone shook me away. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see. Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was
Wait.
just worried about you, and you're terrible.
Wait. I'm sorry.
Waiting.
Did I miss the part? Did Toko actually say that she hit her with a bottle?
Yes. It was. She was in the locker. She saw Hiro leave.
Mm-hmm.
She turned around and saw Sakura covered in blood. She passed out.
Okay.
Sakura shook her awake.
So Toko did not hit her with the bottle. Genocide Jill did.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay.
No,
I
she's
guess it's
terrible. Thanks to her.
My
Three
brain.
hits?
Wasn't an adorable boy
I
for the
literally-
first time ever.
I literally thought that was what was happening, but then it turned.
So where's the third missing blood? What about the butt? Like,
I was just paying attention well enough with Toko's earlier testimony.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman. If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master.
Interesting.
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Cause normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Being poisoned.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Objection. Shut up.
Come on, everyone. We're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Nuh-uh.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd? Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it. Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
Well, it could either be Kyoko. It's got to be Kyoko, Byakuya, or Owie.
Just sleeping peacefully.
And it makes the most sense to me
And
that
all
it
of
would
a
be
sudden,
Owie.
Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it. I smashed her good.
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up.
Aha.
I killed her there in front of the show.
There it is. So attacked her right there, but then she would have woken up again and
We
gone
found Sakura
to...
sitting upright in a chair.
Right.
If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
Okay. So she encountered both of them and knew that they were there. They both fled. So she locked herself in the room because she knew that Byakuya was also coming. Because she had given the note to Byakuya, like also to Byakuya. So when she woke up from the second attack, she put the chair in front of the door so that Byakuya wouldn't be able to get in and attack her. Again, it was probably at that time also when Toko was gone that she threw up and sat on the couch and died there of the poison. Still not sure how the poison got to her. I could also just be totally wrong at this stage, and it's not poison at all, and it was just the combination of loss of blood from those two blows. But that doesn't explain the throwing up blood either. That seems to me like it has to be poison. And when Owie, she has to have been poisoned at an earlier time. Huh. So, okay. So Owie gave her candy. And clearly gave her more than one piece. Right? But they couldn't have all been poisoned. Maybe we'll get more insight onto this later, but that to me makes the only sense as to what could have, unless I'm forgetting something else that happened that morning that Sakura could have ingested. That's the only other thing I can think of. And it's the only thing that makes sense why then Owie would go to the chem lab and grab that bottle and switch around all the poison stuff in there with the intention of making it look like the poison was in the protein shake instead of in the... Right? Because if the poison was the protein thing, there's no reason why Owie would bring it back to the crime scene. Right? I guess we'll keep going.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
I guess.
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved
Then
the
where did
body
she
after
throw up?
Killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
I'd be so mad if there's not any poison involved
Plus,
at all.
the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly.
Basically, I everything out except for how she got poisoned.
Yeah, you're
And
So she just hid
And-
there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
so like I understand the
While
locked
everything
room
was all
thing.
confused and hectic,
Okay.
she just snuck out of the locker into
Yes,
the group.
yes.
Because
lock-
after
lock
Toko
room.
left, she had to. Yeah, no, the locked room makes sense because after Toko left, Sakura was still alive. Because we know this because she made her way back to the couch. And we know that she was also expecting a third person, Byakuya, because she had sent the note to him as well. So, he put the chair in front of the door in order to stop Byakuya from potentially getting in and killing her in her moment of weakness. So as I thought from the beginning, Sakura is the one that created the locked room. And so she expired because she was already poisoned, and probably wasn't even aware that she was poisoned. Maybe, you know, like, otherwise maybe she would have sought other kinds of help, who knows. But, like, Sakura locked the room in on herself after Toko was gone. That makes the most sense to me.
That's your okay.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because I saw it for myself. I was in the locker.
Even
The locker was
before we
open.
opened the door
Everyone
to the
gets a
rec
turn
room,
going in the locker.
Yes.
Anna and I both got to look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open.
Yeah, Toko was already gone.
So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Frankly.
You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
Yeah.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
Poison.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
He lacks vital information.
I feel like I was left out on some very crucial, important information. There's another explanation.
Let's see, what's the truthful it's going to be this time? Monokuma found number 4, probably.
Oh, yeah.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause.
Nope.
Yeah.
What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the
Nope.
shot to her head.
Fucking shit! Fucking!
Dead set on blaming me, huh?
Fuck. Yeah, because it's more fun. No, I know. Shut up, Makoto, I got it.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack,
And what was it? There's no other that killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the...
For fuck's sake, damn it, that was gonna be cool. I can't think of anything other than shots to her head.
What was it that, if it wasn't from Genesis, then what was it?
There's no other possible that killed Sakura. I can't think of...
Anything other than the shot to her head.
No.
No.
Why did that take so long? Jesus. Here we go.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood.
Yep.
I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death.
You fucking think?
We're finally getting around to this.
Christ.
There was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean... Maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood.
I like comparing Danganronpa and Ace Attorney. I think Danganronpa is a little better at and just on the matter of you're with this cast for the entire game, right?
Yeah.
And so there is more time for character depth and character interactions, and I like that. You know, even though you are one perspective, you are just one perspective in this classroom. You're not like the savior, even though gameplay-wise it's oriented that way. It doesn't feel like the narrative is pointing you in that way. Gameplay-wise, and in terms of like the logic of the trials, Ace Attorney has the upper hand 100%. even when Ace Attorney has its moments where it's like, what the hell do I do, or what do I say? It's always more sort of logically consistent about getting from one thing to the next, as opposed to like, well, I guess we've resolved this, now it's time to look at this other piece of evidence that we should have looked at like 3 hours ago. I don't know. I mean, yeah. Ace Attorney does this on occasion too, but I feel like it structurally, the trials are much stronger in Ace Attorney than they are in Danganronpa.
Oh, for sure. It does. I will say, I think it suits their storytelling each way, because it's like with Ace Attorney, you're like, you know, you're going into it with like professionals, and it's like, okay, we know how this is gonna work. There's like a set, you know, everyone in here knows what they're talking about, or at least if you're playing as like Nick, you can be like, all right, I have to pretend like I know what I'm talking about, and I'm gonna poise the hell out of this.
Mm-hmm.
And then with Danganronpa, it really feels like we are a bunch of fucking teenagers. None of us know what the hell we're doing. If we fuck this up, it's very bad. I think they both suit what they're designed to do very well. I can kind of see how going from one to the other, it is absolutely sort of like, okay, you're not designed for this, but I like what you're doing with it.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
but if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees! She was poisoned? It isn't
Thank
possible.
you.
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
If he talks about the cup, he's wrong.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
No one was talking.
But
No.
you're the only one talking.
Yeah.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
You little skrunkly
Well,
fucker.
yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
Is this poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison,
Ah, yes,
but
the
it'll
poison.
still kill you if
Cusco.
you drink an entire bottle.
Kill Zach's poison. Is that poison?
But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison Byakuya showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. Was it Section A, bud?
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Huh? You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Yeah.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those
Isn't
nutritional
that fucking
additives?
wild?
You may know everything I'm going to do, but stop going to help you
so?
since I know everything
Why?
you're going to do.
Because the
Strange,
culprit switched
isn't it?
That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
I couldn't believe my eyes. In 2000 Firefly, Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips, and
Huh? Master!
we were so shocked at what we were seeing. All we could do was stand there and watch. Not save
I was
him,
like-
though. Fuck
I was
him.
like, yes!
But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
That's not the problem.
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
No, someone
Nah.
switched.
Certainly makes
Someone
me want
switched
to
it.
spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
So extra.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. Yeah, tell me more about Kyoko's finger. She touched the finger to her tongue.
This is... it's protein powder.
Oh fuck, it's poison! Ugh.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder,
He built up an immunity! Fuck!
poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder. Ergo! Thank you, which would mean conversely, the poison...
The poison must have been in the floor.
Do I have to Hangman's Gambit this? Are you serious? Why do I have to Hangman's Gambit this?
But can you spell protein
Can you
drink?
I thought I could. There we go.
Now I understand.
Alright guys, I'm back.
Naruhodo.
Poison must have been.
Hold on, I had a really traumatic flashback to my third grade spelling bee.
It seems logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Oh, okay.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
Were you gonna say something?
I
A
guess
protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
so I guess the candy had nothing to do with the poison. It might have just been the evidence to show, to prove that, Hiro could have only gotten that candy from Sakura in the room after the nurse's office. I guess it still works as a piece of evidence that way, but my question is, why bring the bottle? So the protein drink cup couldn't have been in the room when they first arrived because it was on top of the glass shards. Someone must have brought it with them and dropped it onto there. I still think it's Owie, but like my logic is, when did Owie give her this drink directly following the nurse's office incident? And if so, why did she hold on to it and drop it off at the crime scene? Why didn't she just dispose of the evidence?
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
It could have been Byakuya.
I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison.
That was the name of it.
And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
You could
For
have
real?
gotten
Who was it?
Fuck's sake! God damn it!
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials
okay?
was left in the chem lab for anyone
I have
to see.
I have a drinking game going in the Persona 5 stream of every time a character says "for real," and it's just carried over into every game that we've played now.
That's funny.
Evidence that shows the who switched it.
The footprints.
Where the fuck? There we go.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that.
My question is, they had to have gotten the poison from the C cabinet first, and then switched it, right? Or that must have happened at an earlier time, because there's no footprints leading back and forth from the C cabinet to the A cabinet. So, okay, here's my thinking. Byakuya did it. Byakuya switched them. It was Owie who went to go grab the poison, or went to go grab the protein to go give it to Sakura, and so Owie was the one who accidentally gave her the bottle poison. it's possible that when she saw the crime scene, she could have figured out that she could have figured out that it was her poison, that the cup was poisoned, and so brought it back from wherever it was to the crime scene. And this whole time she's been very forceful on the others because she doesn't want to admit that she could have had a part in it. So my thinking is that it is Owie's footsteps, but because there's none going from the A cabinet to the C cabinet and vice versa, that they must have been switched earlier, probably by Byakuya, and then Byakuya laid the powder down after he did that to make it seem like whoever it was who took the presumably protein cup would have been the actual murderer. That's my thinking. So I think it's Byakuya, and that he's trying to frame
Byakuya.
Well, I'm thinking it's Byakuya, and then he's trying to frame Owie, because otherwise it doesn't make sense that there's no footprints leading to the C cabinet. Unless she switched it like a long time ago. Like, why would she have done that? We don't have any sort of reasoning why she would have done that on purpose.
They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected.
We know earlier.
What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison.
Sorry, there's. What was I gonna say?
We know earlier.
We know earlier when they were talking about finding all the stuff in the cabinets. They're like, oh, we better make sure we better not just tell Byakuya there's a bunch of poison in there. He'll find out eventually, but we shouldn't, give him that added information. So that's meaningful to me, I think. Anyway.
The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving
No!
their footprints behind.
Because they would have had to get the poison from Section C. It's a very obvious thing for him to miss.
Figuring out
Which
who they belong to will
Which
pose
means
no
that
problem.
he is intentionally leaving behind that information because it was him. I hope I'm right now. I hope that I am correct.
All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
Objection.
Shut up.
It was me. The footprints.
Never have we seen before a
They're
man who's been
mine.
declared not guilty.
Hina?
See, it was her.
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
It's not her, though. She wasn't the one that
Ogre's
switched
killer
it.
was...
It
Yep.
wasn't.
I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Me
Photo.
and
A
Hina.
gun!
Or me and Leon, yeah.
Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
Well, that's why you were so interested in my feet?
It wasn't a kink thing? God damn it! Are they yours? Okay, let me see your shoes. Not confirm their size for myself. We were so close. We were so close to having Byakuya
If
with
Yeah, but it's
footprints.
still
belonged to
Byakuya.
Makoto, that
It's still
left only
Byakuya.
one other
You s-
possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus,
No.
he's been acting strange ever since the trial began.
No, it doesn't make sense. So it could make sense that he knows the one who dropped off the poison bottle. But she couldn't have been she couldn't have switched it at that moment. It had to have been done before. And by process of elimination of how many people there are in this room, Byakuya's the only one who's not involved, right?
Well, there's Kyoko.
Otherwise, huh? Kyoko.
And there's
but-
us, I guess, but we're not.
But there's even less reason for Kyoko. Right? Well, I guess Kyoko was also very firm about trying to find the mastermind, and she was acting a little strange. So I guess it could have been Kyoko who did the who mixed the poison. But I don't want it to be. I want it to be Byakuya. Okay, go ahead.
You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
Sort of.
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just the two of them were so close.
They were gal pals.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Objection.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
Why would you do that, man?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
It couldn't have been. Keep going, keep going.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it. I'm not.
Oh my god, she said the thing!
She said that, oh my god.
You're
she
not
said
about to
what?
claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you?
Ah,
You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind.
it's Byakuya. It's gotta be.
Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What
Steve,
matters is outwitting
Steve,
the opponent.
this is villain
Defeating
talk. This is you're trying to get someone
Not a
else to do
person
this talk.
alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves.
Nope.
Nope.
Nuh-uh.
Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura
Nuh-uh.
to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
Yes.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
What if you did it?
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure
Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
The salami lid
I mean,
won't fit.
why would someone leave such a clear clue like
Have
a
you seen that
footprint?
video?
It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it
Right,
look
we're
like
on
you
chapter
wanted
4.
people to
It can't be
suspect
this
you.
easy.
No, it's never this easy.
That was... I was just
Okay, then
nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
I mean, she wouldn't be. The only person she'd be covering for is Sakura. Right? Anyway.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Whoops.
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them.
Huh.
Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right?
And said, and she said that she dropped
Meaning
the...
you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah, even if that happened after she dropped the powder on the ground, that doesn't match with the footprints.
Isn't that a little strange?
Also, wait.
Strange!
Wait.
Repeat that
Sorry,
series
yeah.
of events one more time.
There's yellow powder on Sakura's shoes, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
In that case, Hina must be covering for Sakura. Why would Sakura... Sakura switch the poison? Then why would she drink it? Anyway, sorry. Or you keep going. The game will explain it.
It's the same
Probably.
thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're
Measure up.
satisfied?
How long? I don't know. Until we figure it out. Until I cover the full truth of this case. Whoa!
Make your agreement.
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C.
No, you didn't.
No, it's wrong.
I
You
miss
said you went to get the
Taka
poison from Section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
I miss Taco Tales. I miss him a lot. I'll be back.
Yeah? What about it?
I literally have
After that,
the I
you
miss
said
my
you
wife
moved from
Tails
Section
mug
C
sitting
to
right here.
Section A to get the protein.
That doesn't match with the footprints.
But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A.
Taka's so dirty, and I'll stand
That
by her.
contradicts what you just said.
What?
Then
Right.
maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No,
Why?
that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
Flash back to it? Yeah, we are. I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I left a footprint.
Yeah.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look
Lied
at the
to
footprints, your movements in the chem
Yeah.
lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A.
Yeah.
So you
But she
never
didn't-
went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Yeah.
well, you see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
It's Byakuya.
Before I explain that part,
It's
I'd like
Byakuya.
to submit some new evidence.
Oh boy.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm so
After
happy
all,
if it's
You're
him.
the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Gosh, he's so cool.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
A piece of
It
glass.
had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder.
Because
I
he just
couldn't
had
have
to be
solved the mystery
melodramatic.
without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Tell them, Naegi.
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain
course
the
you have
meaning of that
evidence.
shard of glass.
Tell him, Nick.
The shard of light blue glass Yoga found in the bottle of poison. I think I remember now. I broke something. It was the fucking window.
got It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
To the wall.
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
So,
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question.
So,
well, she's about to ask probably the
How
question
did a
that I
shard
have.
of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
where was it the bottle of poison should have been?
Section A of the shelf.
I got it! The bottle of
So-
poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab.
Okay.
That
so
is
that
what you
means
said, right, Hina?
that okay. So what's currently in the bottle of poison right now must have been in the bottle of must have been in the protein bottle or the whatever you call it. Yeah, the protein bottle. So is that not how she got poisoned? I don't even know anymore. Just keep going. I don't. I'll
And
let
yet,
the game explain it.
somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
The glass.
Glass.
We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right?
No.
If that can wasn't there when
Not
she
necessarily.
died, how did she get poisoned?
Keep going.
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
How are we all feeling tonight? Are we doing okay?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Lies.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
The reason
Go
she
fuck
can
yourself.
say that
Get
is
fucked.
because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room
Come on.
after it was opened. I love this trial. I love this trial so much.
It's pretty good. I like that, like, literally everyone is on the hot
When
seat
it
at some
comes
point,
to that
right?
protein can,
Except maybe Kyoko, as of yet.
there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying
That's what you're saying.
So what you're saying is,
someone planted it there after we got the door open?
yes.
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time.
I may have skipped it.
Ah,
It had to be. It was in there.
No, that's wrong.
Shut up.
I like
You
hearing him
remember how there
break it
was
down.
broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Mwahaha.
Catharsis.
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can,
Yep.
What?
and this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
Yep.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that
I mean,
made everything clear.
with the exception
hasn't it?
of, with the exception of the person who actually moved it, who lied.
As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Ah,
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already! Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing.
I guess if Byakuya wasn't actually
We
the
need
killer,
to establish
he's
who
mostly just
exactly
mad
got the
because he
poison from
didn't
the
know
chem lab and took it to the
what was
rec room.
happening.
He's a little bitch boy.
Who got
It
the
was
poison?
Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room.
It could have been anyone, really.
It had to have been Sakura.
Sakura herself.
I think
Was she
it was Sakura herself.
planning on? Was she just planning on committing suicide in front of everyone?
Huh? So
To be
Sakura,
like-
who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
Yeah. To prove her loyalty? To I don't know if there was some kind of, if she had some kind of importance to the mastermind or whatever, killing her and herself in front of everyone so that there would be 3 witnesses for her dead body would be something against. It would be some kind of stand against the mastermind or taking away something valuable for them, maybe.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of
Yep.
poisons.
The shoe.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
It's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C.
And she
Kyoko
dropped.
already showed me the evidence I need.
And she dropped the.
You're a liar!
Man, it sucks. Byakuya didn't murder.
Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling
But hey,
you,
this
I
was
did it.
one of the theories,
talking.
kind of.
Yeah, you were like on
You're a
Owie for
liar.
like
Wrong! You're wrong! I hate
I think
you!
basically all of my theories had been brought up and given serious consideration
liar.
in this trial.
What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar!
Yeah, no one killed Sakura except for Sakura.
Do you have any kind of proof, Sakura?
This should prove it.
Shut up! I got it!
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab.
It was on the top of her shoe,
That powder was yellow, wasn't it?
not on the bottom. So it wasn't that she
So the
stepped in it.
powder we found on Sakura. What else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Yeah.
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing. Which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. but the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place?
Get the poison.
The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura.
Well, Sakura.
The connection between Sakura and the poison, the unsolved mystery of the locked room.
It's not unsolved, dude. Well, I guess it's technically unsolved in the game, but like, there was no one else it could have been other than herself. Yep.
Here's my answer.
And here's how
The
it's
one who killed
special.
Sakura was
Yeah.
Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or
Here's the
rather,
manga.
I don't want to believe
There
it.
we go.
But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because, of course,
Sakura wanted to create the locked room.
I got it!
Byakuya created the locked room. Fuck
mystery
Byakuya.
was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did.
Yeah.
She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room.
Owie.
And that was you, wasn't it, Hina?
Yeah.
You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you?
Because she knew?
When we found
She
your
must have
body,
known.
you stayed right there near the door.
Yep.
Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's
Conveniently
what
where
you
we
picked up the
couldn't
bottle,
see it.
right?
Don't worry about it.
I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room.
Yeah.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
Yep.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
I got everyone.
while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine
But, like,
the investigation.
why?
As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death.
But
That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right?
like, was it just because she had a death wish? From seeing Sakura dead, like, she didn't care if she could throw off the investigation and have them blame someone else, and everyone else would die. She would die too. Was that what she was thinking?
The
And then
footprints in the
admitting it?
powder and the bottle of poison, vital pieces of evidence, and yet,
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
Yeah.
No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Yes, we gotta do the manga.
Piece of shit.
2, she hid in the locker. Yep. Act 3, Candy.
Wah!
He attacks. Oh, that one. Yeah. He writes
There we go.
Toko's name. Yep, there it is. She comes out.
Good for her.
Good for her. She flees. No, Sakura wakes up. Or no.
Oh, it's this, putting it back upside down.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, the queen one. She takes the queen away and cleans up the pieces. She wakes up. She's got the poison. Oh my goodness. If Hina gets blamed for this, if she gets, like, you know, if she dies, that sucks.
Here's exactly
yeah.
what happened.
In this case.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. With that thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name.
110.
Toko. By writing her name,
worked last time.
he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing, So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura. And she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and
What a
attacked
terrible
her.
day for Sakura.
Honestly, Sakura Ogami.
This
Terrible,
explains why
horrible,
there
no
were
good, very
2
bad day.
wounds on Sakura's head.
Yeah.
Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And
she
that
yeeted
explains
out.
how Sakura was
fucking
attacked
yoked.
twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab.
This is so ridiculous.
She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then
There's
drank
just a
the
lot
deadly
happening
mixture.
to this poor girl.
Yeah, like...
And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But
Don't like the way that they
someone
have
already knew what
Owie
happened.
framed as
Knew
like the
that she had
mystery
committed
figure,
suicide.
as if she's going to get like voted against. I don't like that. I don't want her to be gone.
And
She
that
didn't do
same
anything.
Someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves. In an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina.
Sec.
That's the full truth of the case.
Except.
Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Get fucked.
Get fucked.
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized?
He's
We
better
don't
than
all
you.
act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case.
Yeah, because it's batshit weird.
See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Get fucked.
Okay, so this is interesting. Is a trial allowed to end without anyone dying?
Oh
What? Did it crash?
Archer says not the ad break right at the climax.
Oh.
Oh, that's so good. That's so funny. Anyway, sorry, what?
Nothing.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot?
A lot happened, Monokuma.
I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
What's the buzz telling me what's happening? What's the buzz telling me what's happening? What's the buzz telling me what's happening?
Once again, you don't actually do the voting yourself, which
Yeah.
is interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. There's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet you... Why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because... That's exactly what I wanted!
Yep. What?
I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you're gonna take us all with you?
We have to atone for our sins. Fucking don't make me uwu right now, Archer, you motherfucker. Fuck. We all have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
What?
What's serious? That's...
Thank you.
What is this?
You still don't understand? Oh, this was a really bad time to do this. Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Oh, what's this? Such brutality has... Oh, fuck, that's Sakura.
Such brutality has made me desperate.
Such brutality.
So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hands.
This
Sounds
feels
like Goofy.
disrespectful.
I know. That's...
I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. This feels horrible. Archer, I hate this. Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide... I'm dropping it. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got
Yikes.
mad and stormed out of the nurse's office.
My goodness.
I ran after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. Why?
Can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. Now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive this!
my closest friend got hurt.
Sakura!
I...
Because of me, My friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility.
Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them.
Huh?
You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is?
Don't worry. I just want to talk to them.
But
Talk about what?
Fred.
Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you.
Hina.
Please don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you'd just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
why?
And yet... Ow! You trampled all over her feelings. And then you did the unthinkable.
No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
I hate it here. Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hands.
Why?
That's how far you pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You came.
Wait right here. I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you.
What's wrong, Sakura? Sakura, why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
Would I ask you to?
Yeah, you got it. Just hang on, I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in, please. Open the door.
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That weakness, that's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it.
Ina.
We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but
Hey!
it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant?
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words,
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
yes, indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really... like this?
What the heck?
Oh. What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note.
What? But Hina already...
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. That was all me, baby.
It's true.
This is the one addressed... This is the one this is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
No fucking way.
What? Lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Well, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. Didn't even have Sakura's signature on it.
Filthy little...
Damn it.
I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything.
Pung.
Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around.
Phew.
Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys.
Shing.
So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process, okay? And scene. Cut.
And?
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
But, you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, jeez. Talk about a buzzkill. All right, here we go. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
so, Hina's hot, so that's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Moronic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic? Or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
Perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
Unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
The Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
Never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No
Yeah.
way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting. To protect us.
Yes,
Correct.
because that's what she literally said to you when she's like, I don't hate them, they're my friends.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone else about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then, they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were so close. Still.
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless.
Oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided.
What do you mean, next victim? No one here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either.
What?
Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered. Because the one we need to destroy is you. Nobody else. And also, like, what did she even do, right, as the spy, right? Like,
Now-
like the only thing was, like, saying, okay, you need to kill someone so we can get this whole thing rolling. But she didn't need to. But she didn't do that anyway. And it's not like there was any
Yeah.
additional information, right? I mean, unless, well, maybe something to do with alter ego, but that's it, really.
What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Lovely Byakuya. You understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I'm bowing out of the game.
Let's go.
Naturally.
Sakura and Tina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it. What? What's going
Nice.
on here? Now, I have only one thing to look forward to,
It's all clear.
and that is to heap the harshest possible punishment on the one who thinks they can control me.
Well, he's finally got over himself a little bit. That's nice. Byakuya, does this mean...
Don't misunderstand.
I still hate you.
Yeah, I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking.
Wherever Master goes, I go. And if the Mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone.
Hey, well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
what the heck?
The fun time?
Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
It's the you deserve proper punishment. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time!
What?
Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna...
But is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens no. Just because the Blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the Bear Times 1 rule.
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste.
Yoo-hoo!
So for my special punishment, I've prepared a special guest.
Special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Oh, man. Well, that sucks. there was any more information. Right, because last we checked with Alter Ego, we had plugged them into the internet, right?
Mm-hmm.
See if they could find anything more. So maybe it's possible they managed to hide something before Monokuma found them. You!
Oh no!
You suck, man! You turned them into a mangled hunk of junk!
I really took it out of me. Maybe I would go with quite a chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried? Broiled? Break. Color? Smell? Succulence? Grilled is where it's at.
So,
Realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this.
but
I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still.
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay.
I'm gonna do my
If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid.
Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul. My disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. Fuck you!
I know. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill them!
What's the matter?
You're friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball?
They weren't just a laptop. They were my friend! And you killed them!
Is this what you call animism? Where a soul dwells within all things? Even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. I was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed him.
Actually,
Finally? Oh, no. I knew about him from the very beginning. Of course. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all gonna play out from the start.
What are you thinking?
You knew. And you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge.
yep.
Fuck yeah, dude. Well, I mean, the data in that laptop, it was... Well, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like a reward in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So, of course, I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here.
Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed. Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel a billion times better.
Very nice.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every load can get even lower.
No. Their death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far. The deaths of each and every one of our friends.
And also Ifumi.
They all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this!
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Holy moly. You're super mad. Just unreasonably upset.
Well?
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, before that,
Uh-huh.
I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left to Sakura's note.
Huh?
Huh? Do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go.
Hello.
Well, Sakura is the one who told Monokuma about Alter Ego. And then it's gonna be something hope, something despair.
Probably. Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school. What? A clue?
Hina.
Spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing. Which is, the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is...
Oh, whoopsie daisy. That was a close one. Another word and we would have been hit deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Yeah, erased your memories.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for the day.
What?
What? You can't just stop at the most important bit!
It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? Makes you so mad you don't even friggin' know, huh?
You guys?
That's the whole point, stupid. Now get back to all of you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have it.
Huh?
But
Too bad.
sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line in the note.
Let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it.
Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die. She'll fight you. Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try and get some rest, you know? Maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long, think hard. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of this school. The mastermind did something to us?
Yes.
Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body? The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us?
What was done to us?
What were we forced to endure? I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? And if we try to leave the school, the sensor goes off and the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo!
Last trial is over, and Monokuma's gone.
But...
So, now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up?
Oh yeah. Oh, here.
But... Hina must still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge.
What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously? I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then... I'll... try.
Huh? That totally wasn't normal, right? Did you just capture his flag?
No, 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 no!
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master.
Huh? What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
Yeah, that's right. I called you a sleazeball. 'Cause you are, sleazeball.
I see.
Apparently you still have a death wish. Oh, more biting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abuse, give and take. Me!
I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now.
That's just how it be.
It really do be like that. And so Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on, as it does. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, lights...
Okay.
I'm fine. I just, like, completely broke reading that line. Fuck.
This is a school as such. It is soon the doors to the dining. Okay then. Sweet.
Yep. Fun. Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep, but the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice.
What? Wake up. Wake up. Huh?
The voice dragged me from deep slumber into hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead.
Oh, hell yeah.
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here. Wait, what?
In
Hey,
a flash.
baby.
Maybe? You wanna... In a flash, I was wide awake.
What are you doing here?
Hey, it's quite a situation we found
It's true.
ourselves. I'm here to wake you up.
Oh, I see. Wait, but my door.
It was unlocked. You are unbelievably careless.
It was unlocked? Are you serious?
Hey,
Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised.
What time is it?
correct.
3 o'clock. In the morning, of course. It's 3
It's
a.m.
3 a.m. Why does
Why
it still
do-
say time? Why does it still say time unknown on my heads up display?
We figured it out! Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? You wanna...
It's not midnight. It's 3 a.m. But okay. You wanna?
It's
you
the
wanna...
middle of the night, it counts. Oh, that was a fucking window! No! What? Let me talk to Kyoko!
So late. What happened?
Makoto.
I have a favor I need to ask.
Yeah. What's your favor?
So,
Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not gonna just lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that.
Okay, but how do you plan to do that?
And then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered.
Ooh. Your Jordans are fake. I'm sorry.
The data center on the 4th floor.
What?
goodbye.
I'll meet you there. Without another word, she was gone.
That's definitely a your Jordans are fake situation.
I know what you are.
What the? I hope she doesn't try to kill me.
Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center. I thought it was locked. Fucking... I made my way to the after-hours school and headed for the data center on the 4th floor. Eventually, I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived...
Yoko's not here. That's weird. She said she'd meet me. We'll go inside,
Go
maybe.
inside!
Is she maybe inside already?
I put my hand to the door with a certain amount of force. It didn't open. I tried again, but
It must be locked.
what was it Kyoko said? The data center on the 4th floor.
What's this?
Oh, what are you doing up, mister?
Ah!
Damn it!
Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know?
Oh, well, I just...
You're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right? But
Hey!
I can see that, you dolt. Don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself.
Unbelievable.
It looked like you might break in at any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Or Are you gonna try to tell me you were sleepwalking or something?
Nothing like that.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. And I get tired, you know. Stop being weird and go back to bed. What's wrong now?
Just a second.
Why are you out here making a racket?
Kyoko?
You too? You guys?
Whatever. The two of you just get back to bed. I am positively exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto. Let's head back.
What?
Hey,
Didn't you hear me? We're leaving.
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
shall we go?
Don't worry about it. Let's just go.
Okay.
Yeah, get out of here. Shoo. So we left and went back to our rooms. And then,
Goodbye.
so, goodbye.
Gone. Listen, what was all that about just now?
She woke me up, made me go to the Dana Center, which just so happened to be locked, and then she shows up late, and we leave without checking a single thing. What was the point of all that?
Whew.
Don't worry about it. I figured that'd be the end of our conversation, just like always, but...
Goodbye.
Well then. Good night.
Sure.
And then that was over. As I turned to leave...
Your Jordans are still
Mukuro
fake.
Ikusaba.
Kyoko was right next to me once again, whispering into my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this
Ah.
The one they call the ultimate despair.
What? That's not a thing that you can be. Interesting. That's funny.
To be continued. You received the altar lump. Yes, I want to save my data. Thank you.
Oh, sad.
Man, we had a banger of an
Mukuro
ending today.
Ikusaba.
Yeah, I know, Kiri. Can I? Thank you.
The ultimate despair. Oh, does that make Kyoko the ultimate hope?
Hi, Leon. What's up, dude? It's been a while since we've seen you, bud.
Yeah. So I'm still very much on team. They spent time together as actual students in actual high school, and then that got erased from their memories. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure I've got much else. But there is another student. I forget when this was already known, right? That there was another student, 16th student. That they said that, or
They
someone said that.
mentioned it once. It was during one of these scenes with, I think, well,
Sakura
we
and
now know
Monokuma
Sakura
after dark.
and Monokuma.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was like, who's the 16th student? And Monokuma's like, oh, fuck no. What? No. I'm not telling you that shit.
Ultimate despair. I mean, what does that mean? She's depressed?
Does she know that our Jordans are fake? She's the one that gave us the fake Jordans. Oh, fuck.
Oh no. It's... Oh boy.
We got some shit to look forward to.
So 2 chapters remaining. Maybe there's like an epilogue too. I don't know. There are 6 to 7 people left, right?
There are. Yes.
We managed to get through this day without anyone else dying.
I'd call that a success.
Yes. Yeah, I don't have any other predictions, I don't think. I mean, we're kind of at a point where I'm not really sure what what other character development is left with the people that we've got so far beyond learning more about Kyoko being mysterious, seeing if Byakuya's change in attitude is going to help a little bit, and whatever's going on with this next student. So I guess what she just did was went to go distract Monokuma while she figured out the name of the 16th student. Maybe that was something that Alter Ego had figured out before they were found by Monokuma.
Maybe so.
That's what makes the most sense to me.
We just have to find out. Fucking next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know the next time we're gonna stream this, because it's next Thursday. It's a big old day. Apparently.
Oh, yeah.
We thought that through.
A certain something celebrating its 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
Right?
So, and then the day after that, whoa, boy!
Yeah. Yep.
So, until next time, whenever the hell that ends up being.
Well, I don't have anything else going on that day, to be honest.
This is how we celebrate. Honestly, fuck it, sure. Fun
So
fact,
will
though,
see.
that I learned recently is that, ooh, let's see if I get the date right. Trigger Happy Havoc actually came out November 25th, 2010.
Oh, pretty cool.
I just think that's a fun
Funny.
little whoop-a-doo over there.
Yep.
Anyway, my screen's going dark, which is telling me I need to shut up. But until next time, I hope you are all having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are. We are currently at a 4 hours and 20-minute long stream, and
Heck yeah.
until next time.
Take
Bye.
care.